Everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you are having a good day or a good evening wherever you are. I am Gray. Today I kind of wanted to talk about the subject that has hit real close with me, and it's something that I personally struggle with myself, and not struggle, but I'm challenged with, and I am not forced to live with, but I am been gifted to live with this. It is depression and the craft, depression and paganism, mental disorders, mental struggles, challenges in the pagan community. I know practicing, especially with depression, it finds hard to have a consistent, well, first off, let me talk about what depression is. Depression is a clinically diagnosed, sometimes non-clinically if there are obvious signs, diagnosed mental disorder, reoccurrent mental disorder. What makes a mental disorder is if it's a mood or behavior that is, or emotion that is reoccurring, most likely longer than a month or a few weeks. Something that and that what makes it a mood disorder or a mental diagnosis, like schizophrenia is a mental diagnosis, obvious ones, but what makes depression being a mood disorder is it's a reoccurring sadness, a reoccurring lack of what's the word I'm looking for? Lack of vitality, lack of interest in. Oh, it's raining. Lack of satisfaction in life. It is a deeper, more intense sadness. That is what depression is for me, and I find it really, really hard to have consistency with depression, because if you have depression, I notice for me that having a daily routine, and it's really hard to keep that routine because it's, okay, why do I have to do this? There's no point in doing this. I don't want to do this. I don't have the energy to do this. I just don't see a point in doing it, so I don't do it. I lose interest in it. And some things that I really enjoy doing or have enjoyed doing when I go through these depression spells, sometimes I don't do it. And that is my experience with depression. I know there's a lot more to it, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to get really much into it. I may touch up in this later in the video, but for others, depression kind of affects them a bit differently. But I'm specific depression in paganism, and having that joy for life, constantly being grateful and thankful, it's kind of a bit of a struggle, because with depression, with me, I find that it is a bit of a struggle for me to have that gratitude and that satisfaction in life when I feel as if I am insignificant. I know for a fact that is not truth. It is more of me getting stuck in my head, hence mental disorder. And I feel having that consistent and gratifying, I feel even more so when I don't have that gratification or that satisfaction, being grateful for my life. I feel as if I'm betraying my craft. I'm betraying the gods that I work with, and then I start to rethink, maybe this isn't a place for me. Maybe I'm not meant or cut out for this. And it's been an interesting struggle with meditation and actually sitting down and working with specific deities and specific energies. I have overcome a lot of my struggles. Yes, I still go through major fits sometimes of depression, and it shows, but I do work myself through it because I recognize and understand my patterns of depression I go through. Sometimes I can plan ahead and not exactly to prevent it. Hopefully that is my goal, to prevent it, work with these energies, maybe do some craft to try to prevent it. But if I do go through these spells, I can recognize patterns as I'm already getting into it. Sometimes when I recognize these patterns, I'm always going down into that hole. But I do talk to my deities and my guides and my spirit guides all the time. It's like, hey, I'm going to be struggling. I need a little bit of help. I need a little understanding from people. Sometimes maybe I don't want to do something. Like, I have a daily ritual that I do before I go to bed. I say my prayers to my goddess. I can say my what I'm grateful for, and I ask for what I want tomorrow. And sometimes I just don't feel up to doing that because I don't see a point in doing it. And then I've informed my goddess, any energy I work with, and like sometimes I'll be non-consistent at some points when I'm really, really low. And that itself is not that I'm not consistent, not that I'm not loyal to my craft and my practice. It is that I struggle with feeling that I need to do it. And that has been my major switch about it. And a lot of people will differ too, is if you're loyal to your craft, you would be consistent. And having that thought in my head, you are not consistent, then this is not your tradition. I'm like, do you sit down every single day and you cast a circle and you do spells of everything? You're so into it. I mean, I would love to sit down in circle and sacred space every single night and do spell work and have that. But 1, I don't have the funds. 2, I don't have the time. 3, I don't have the space. And that is really, really hard. So I doubt anyone can be there. I mean, if you are, lucky you. But a majority of the people can't sit down every single day, put an hour of their time, have all the supplies they need to sit down and circle, an hour or 2 or more, sit down and circle and do elaborate things and are great with their craft. If you are, then I applaud you. I bow to thee. Like, you are who I want to be. But I digress. A lot of the times, even if the understanding, the gods and energies and your spirit guides, those who are working with you, they are understanding if you are struggling with something. They are understanding, they are there for you, they are pushing you, even though they know that you are having a hard time in your head and in your life. They are there understanding and acknowledging that you are having this hard time. Whether it be, and sometimes they even step in and make things a little bit easier for you too, which I think we'll all like, but they recognize this. They're not probably gonna, if you're going through a lesson and you are struggling with that lesson, they won't stop that lesson, or won't stop that thing, but they will be, okay, I understand. This individual is gonna have a different pattern mix up, if it is a true mental disorder. But working with craft over the time, I find that I'm attracted through these fits to things that are a little bit more darker. Not exactly, okay, I tell again that evil and good have no place in what's light and dark. I think people can be dark and be good, and I think people who are light can be bad. That's all I'm going to say. Everything is great, but I'm attracted more towards the darker stuff. Through my fits of depression, I feel as though I am connected to more of the introspected dark energy, the female energy. I assume that's what dark is to most considered people. The introspected, the introverted energy, connecting to the ancestors and those who've come before. I feel through my fits of depression that I am connected to the other side a bit more. I'm connected and closer to the world of spirit, and I am very much grateful for that. And when I'm not in that time, I'm more connected to the extroverted light energy. I'm connected to the earth, the energies. I mean, both times I am connected to my deities that I work with in the creator energy that I work with, and I'm grateful for it. But going through this fifth depression, I focus more on the past, Not the past of my life, but the ancestral, the world of the spirit. And I feel as though my depression is what connects me most when need be, because they're both transitions. I can pinpoint, okay, around Samhain, I'm going to be going through kind of this big, deep slump. And usually this time of year, I've been going through a big slump, and I'm just coming out of it. And I feel like there's a lot of things that influence it. And I'm hoping this can kind of acknowledging the fact that my depression is, and depression in the craft could be influenced and has a meaning to it. Getting it off my chest, I feel as though I am overcome a big step, because I wouldn't be putting it out there if I haven't overcome this major step. And I've learned many lessons so far, and I really feel as though each of my emotions, each of my phases through life, I am going through a connection and a lesson. I'm not struggling with depression, I am learning to live with it, and I am grateful that I have the free will and the understanding that I do. So, but it's going to be a major journey. I've just started this journey of understanding, and there's going to be a lot longer journey, and I'm grateful for it. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this has helped someone in some aspect of their life, or someone in the future. But I'm so grateful that you watched this video. I hope you get everything that you need, and may it all be positive. So until next we meet, farewell and blessed be.